All right, for more on what Secretary Yellen's visit to China will mean for the future of U.S. China relations, let's bring in Dewardic McNeal, Managing Director and Senior Policy Analyst at Longview Global. He's also a CNBC contributor. Let's talk about Chinese EVs, which are, I think, they have the largest EV manufacturing company in the world, surpassing by sales even Tesla. How long can the West and the United States in particular stiff-arm these automobiles from coming into domestic markets?
Well, that is a key question, Tyler. I think if we look at Sarah's interview with the secretary, which, by the way, Sarah's done some really fantastic reporting on this trip, Secretary Yellen said, look, we don't stop Chinese cars from coming into the U.S. There is a 25% tariff on those vehicles, but if you want to sell into the market, you can. Look, I think when we look at the technological advancement of these vehicles and the cost of these vehicles, at some point the question becomes, when will American consumers start to demand other cheaper options if we really want to transition? So I think our policy will remain in place for quite some time, but this really falls on the back of consumers. And in this period, Tyler, voters, as to whether or not they want to see some greater, cheaper options in the marketplace.
Right, but even like a Geely, right, which now owns Volvo, you could argue, they're making more moves like this. And something that's been really interesting to me, Dewardic, is the partnership between auto manufacturers and technology companies. Xiaomi is a smartphone company that has been able to develop an EV. We just had this report that Apple is shutting down its car project. What's happening differently in the Chinese economy to allow for this faster development and more cooperation between tech and auto?
Yeah, the Geely situation is great. Xiaomi is where I really want to focus, Deidre, because when you listen to what happened in the rollout last week with Xiaomi, Xiaomi was very clear that in their company, there are so many Tesla engineers and former employees from Tesla that's helping them to do this. And so this is what we've been saying all along, that as long as the Chinese market needs you and sees value for you as a foreign company, you're welcome. But the minute there's the ability to compete and beat you, then I think you have to really ask yourself, what's your long-term future in China? And Xiaomi literally made the case last week and talking about how many of Tesla's engineers find themselves over in Xiaomi's production.
Yeah, it's kind of incredible what it's been able to pull off. A broader question in terms of bilateral relations. Yellen is very popular among the Chinese population. Sarah's been telling us that on social media, they're tracking her every move, from which Sichuan restaurant she's going to which brewery. But our guest last hour, Derek Scissors, he was saying that investors should prepare for rising tension because he said there isn't anyone to follow Secretary Treasury Yellen who's as popular as her. In fact, he said that Gina Raimondo should be there instead. So what does that look like a few years from now?
Yeah, it's a very good point, Deidre. And I'll tell you, look, I don't want to take anything from Secretary Yellen. She's had 2 trips. They've been really good trips. They've been pushing what we know as the San Francisco agreement between Biden and Xi to keep high-level dialogue open. But in many ways, this is low-hanging fruit. She is a known dove in the administration. China knows that. This is an easier conversation for them to have with Secretary Yellen. What we have not seen, what I would love to see, is a step back and say, how's the entire bilateral relationship held? And we have not had a senior level Secretary of Defense to his counterpart level dialogue on the mill-to-mill side. We have real problems right now in Second Thomas Shoal in the South China Sea with the Philippines and China literally at loggerheads. The Philippines is a treaty ally. And so we really have to take a step back and say, yes, there's been some progress over last year. Last year was a very low bar to measure, but we still need to see progress in other parts of the relationship. Mill to mill in particular is something that I'm keeping a close watch on.